The Nigerian Army on Wednesday appealed to the federal government to exempt it from the annual envelope budgeting being adopted by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, made the appeal when he appeared before the Senate Committee on Army to defend the 2022 budget. Yahya told the panel that the sum of 579 billion naira approved by the Nigerian Army for the 2022 fiscal year was grossly inadequate to fight terrorism and banditry in the country. He said, in preparing for year 2022 budget, the Nigerian Army proposed about the sum of 710 billion naira. However, the federal government or the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning budget ceiling reduced it to 579 billion naira, which it thinks it's not going to be enough for them to fight correctly. They need more money. Meanwhile, these guys have been requesting money. You'll be asking yourself, or you need to ask yourself, that all the monies that they have been collecting all this while, what has it yielded to? We all can say, we all are witnesses of that. And we can say this is the result of the money they have been spending. They have spent trillions of naira when it comes to this insecurity. Our so-called governors are getting security votes. You begin to ask yourself if all of them are really working accordingly with the security votes they are getting in each state, and they are sincere about it. Believe you me, what we are seeing or what we are experiencing now will not be there. But the bad thing there is that even the amount, the money cannot be accounted for. You can just spend it anyhow. Even if you don't spend it, they don't even, nobody cares. And how do you expect them to do the right thing? No accountability. So they can decide whether they will spend it or they will spend minute of it, and if not, nothing will happen. If they even squander it, nothing will happen. So how do you expect security to improve? You begin to wonder, this kind of a constitution that is being given to us, it's just unfortunate. And that's why majority of them are telling you that, oh, it does not matter. Let us leave the constitution like that. It doesn't matter. Even if you bring this, they will not begin to twist it. Even if you bring somebody or somebody somewhere, that it will still be the same. Just because they don't want to give account of how they are spending this money. 579 billion naira is not enough. This reduction would impede the capacity and tempo of the Nigerian Army in carrying out its constitutional duties, particularly the ongoing war against Boko Haram, terrorists and other criminalities across the country. The National Assembly should prevail on the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning to exempt the Nigerian Army from the current budget ceiling or envelope allocation system. I therefore passionately appeal to this Senate Committee to impress it on the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning to begin the release of year 2022 Nigeria Army capital budget from the first quarter 2022. This would help the Nigerian Army to rehabilitate dilapidated accommodations in over 138 barracks and training facilities across our units and formations, as well as procure the needed equipment and platforms to prosecute the war against terrorism and other criminalities across the country. The Army Chief urged the Senate panel to approve the sum of 642.7 billion naira as the Nigerian Army personnel emolument for the 2022 budget. He also requested the approval of 29.6 billion naira as overhead costs and 37.6 billion naira as capital expenditure. He assured the panel that the Nigerian Army was committed to securing the territorial integrity of Nigeria from any violation. Yahya said the timely and complete implementation of the 2022 budget will thus enhance the fulfillment of the Nigerian Army's constitutional mandate and thus engender peace for socio-economic development for our country, Nigeria. He said the COVID-19 pandemic affected the global socio-economic activities, including that of Nigeria, adding that the attendant negative consequences allowed insecurity to fester. The Army Chief also said he recognized the need to boost the morale of the soldiers and that he had been doing so regularly. Clap for yourself. And we have soldiers who are crying every day. All of those soldiers who are on the field, most of them that always come on social media, they are crying. Do they look like people who are well fed? What is the quality of money being paid to them? It is all these people there, over there. They are the ones that will still pocket the money. I could remember when this man Buratai was there. The same story. We are going to do this. It will help like this. It will help like this. It will help like this. Go to the army barracks. Go to the army barracks. Who are the people doing the work? The lower ones, the lower officers. They are the ones doing the job. But go and check whether they are being well fed or they are being well taken care of. The same thing to the police. Those ones are even worse off. Go and see and check out where they live. You will weep. You will weep. You will weep. They will see all of this is they should start releasing the money. Just release the money. That is what they say. See Buratai, after everything, he said before this whole thing can be resolved, it will take another 20 years. So what is this present chief of army staff is telling us? Since his former colleague or whatever said it's going to take 20 years to win this war against these bandits, now you say you want to boost the morale. So what of the money? So money has not been paid to the Nigerian army. And why is it that their morale has not been built? You see how they deceive themselves? You see? Money, 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 all to no avail. Nigeria as a country is a business venture. Politicians take their own, civil servants take their own, and security agencies take their own, and leaving the poor masses with pains and agony. That is one of the reasons Nigeria's economy is not working. The military budget is drilling Nigeria's treasury. Nigeria politicians render police, which is the first line of any country defense, useless. Now they are using last line of defense for first line. I'm watching how far army can go because 80% of the work army are doing presently are police jobs. Yeah, Nigeria army is to go the total amount of 1.35 trillion naira in 2022 fiscal, 642.7 billion naira for salary, 710 billion naira operational costs. Nigeria need good managers during this critical time of scarce resources and not those build bogus projects like army universities, army housing estates, and cattle route ranches. At least with that, they can fight the unarmed citizens as they've always done. Terrorists can never fight themselves. That is the truth. All this money have been given to them, all to no avail, no success.